One up from the spirit. Yeah, just let it go. But it's like with this, it sounds not, it's like when we're not professional. Right, come on.
21, said?
Yeah, 24. So verse 24.
Luke 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall
25.
Oh, sorry, it's the last verse.
But it's good, continue reading.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and they shall be led away captive into all nations.
Right.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Right, so that's going into prophecy that Yahweh Shai was speaking about 2,000 years ago, which has happened. It's already happened. We've been scattered, right, dispersed into the countries, and the time of the Gentile, the time of these heathens, is drawing near to an end. Right, and we can see it by the diverse signs that Yahweh Shai spake of. You know,
And they shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations and perplexity.
so stop reading that again.
And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations.
So this is now fast forward 2,000 years later. And see, that one verse might speak about something 2,000 years ago, and next verse can fast forward 2,000 years later. So the signs in the sun is all indicating the end of the time of these heathens, these other nations. And it said what signs in the sun and in the moon? Solar eclipses, blood moons.
So like, I was going to ask about that. On the 25th of this month, there's rumored to be like an alignment of all the planets.
Yeah.
Season 25th.
Okay, so that's another.
That's where that's the
These are more rumors.
25th of January 2025.
Okay. More strange occurrences in the sky. Some people are saying what these are UFOs. Some people are saying these are drones. Some people are saying that what this is Esau's Project Bluebeam. Come on.
With perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring.
But as I was saying, the sea and the waves roaring, but it says the nations will be perplexed. The word
So this is the word perplexity. It says bewilderment, doubt, uncertainty.
Right.
Goes into confusion. Right? Whoa, there you go, next one. Confusion.
Right.
It says completely entangled.
Right.
Right? 144. Right? It says something that causes perplexity. It says intricate or to invoke a state of confusion.
Right.
Right.
So they going into and talking about a lot of people don't know what's actually gonna go down on the Monday, man. Right? The 20th of January, which is Donald J. Trump's inauguration. Is it actually going to take place? Is he going to get them knocked? Right? All these troops being deployed. People are protesting already. Oh hell, you see so much things happening in January. Is that, is he even going to make it up in there?
You know, it's funny as well because you got so many people that hate Trump, right? You got like a lot of these other presidents, because what they do is that a lot of these other presidents, they attend inauguration, right? And Netanyahu said he's not going to be there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
then you have the Obamas apparently said they ain't going to turn up.
Why? Why do you, because a lot of people thinking, oh, if Netanyahu ain't going to turn up, then boy, you know something about to go down. You know it's probably going to be an assassination attempt. I think who it was that said that, listen, Donald Trump better start paying for some good security, man.
5,000 troops to start, man.
You know,
but if the law wants to get you, man, it don't matter how many troops you deploy. But again, we know that when it comes to these devils, the world is a stage, man.
Yeah.
And you can never trust. Should I say you should take everything these devils do with a pinch of salt, man?
Yeah.
Because even if they did, for example, if they did say, okay, they said another so-called shooter apparently take him out.
Yeah.
That could just be another play to just bring forth their NWO, man.
Because that's what I'm saying, like the military takeover, martial law,
Exactly.
right? The whole militarized lockdown. You understand, curfews? Because they were actually saying that, I believe the mayor of California, if I'm not mistaken, he's calling for permanent emergency rules 2.0 in LA. Permanent. Because of the whole fires that's been happening. He called for permanent emergency. Okay, what is that? And you already see the military, the trucks over there, right? Checkpoint in certain areas within LA. You already see that. So how much more? So this is 2nd Ezra 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be sold good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So there you go, great confusion. And evils are multiplying. Okay? Evils are multiplying. But more things are being revealed, more whistleblowers, more things you're thinking, right, we're dealing with a corrupt government. Alright? A corrupt governmental structure. So more is being unveiled. So we read on, so it says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Hey man, the scripture says, better a day that were killed by the sword is better than day that were killed by the famine. It's better you to get a gunshot, a bullet to the head, than to live a agonizing, excruciating death, man, when you're thinking about eating another person or your own children. We were bringing it out of camp yesterday.
Yeah. What does it say in Revelation? It says, a man shall seek to find death and won't find it.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. Meaning you're going to get to the point where you ain't eating for 3 days, because there's 3 stages to famine, right?
Yeah.
There's the first stage, which I believe, you're going through the motion. The second stage is your body starts eating itself.
Yeah.
And then the first stage is, once you got to a certain point, you can't even digest or ingest food anymore.
Yeah.
You try it. Right, so that's an excruciating death, and that's a terrible way to die, man. But again, that's why people gonna be seeking to find death in that day.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, damn, you're gonna have the strength to even pick up the knife to kill yourself, because you ain't here for a week, man.
Yeah.
You know?
But hey, yeah, exactly. You be like,
It's gonna be like a King Arthur sword, like God, a butter knife. Like.
he helped me out. But that takes guts to kill yourself, man. Some people want to die.
That takes that's desperate measures right there. I wouldn't even say guts. I'll say that's because desperate times call for desperate. You got to be at a real low point to take your own life.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other answer. There's no other answers other than that you're deleting yourself, man. That's a low place right there.
I need a quick piece of something.
Go on.
It's Jeremiah 15:2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? And then thou tell them, thus saith the Lord, such are for death to death, and such are for the sword unto the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such are for the captivity to the captivity. Yeah. And it shall come to pass when they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? I'm just getting different versions. That's it.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah. Whatever judgment the Heavenly Father has got lined up for you, you ain't going to be able to escape.
See that? This is Deuteronomy, the 28th, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave, is the point. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children, whom he shall eat, because he have nothing left him in the siege, and in the straitness whereof thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates. So, like I said, in the time of distress, like if you see happening in North Carolina, when you had Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton hit North Carolina, that messed up them people over there. FEMA weren't delivering no food.
Didn't they give the people like $100 each or something?
Sure, less than that, man. Like $70. There was Kamala Harris, Kamala Horrendous. She sent a $70 bill, and them people, man, they still haven't recovered. That whole place, the whole infrastructure is messed up. They're off the fort, man. But now they're saying that that blizzard is about to hit North Carolina, so that's even worse for them. And still FEMA ain't done nothing to help them people. Right?
And over there with the wildfires in Cali, I believe they gave those people, those residents, like $700.
Yeah.
Which is nothing really. That's like what? That's like £800.
Yeah, that's
you know, but your livelihood, your whole house gone. Hey, I tell you.
That's taking the piss. I mean, meanwhile, they're cutting millions to each member of the Taliban, every family member of the Taliban that fought in the war, that 20-year war, that Afghanistan war. Every family that had a Taliban member of their family that died, they're sending millions over to each family, man.
Yeah.
Man, every day, millions has been sent over to the Taliban.
Plus, they still aided Ukraine. After Ukraine's already done lost that so-called war. It was never a war. It was just a ultimate
sacrifice. The meat grinder.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty much them being evicted out of Ukraine.
So really, what it is that they're using the Ukraine wants to launder money. That's what that is.
Yeah.
You know, put some money in their own pocket. That's what that is.
You know what I'm saying? Because apparently that's a big plan to make Ukraine. Because Ukraine, that's where Khazar was, the Khazar Empire. So that's why the elites have such a concentrated eye upon Ukraine, because that's where the Khazar Empire was. That's their ancestral land.
Okay.
Right? So they're trying to take back that land and kick out the Ukrainians, man. Okay. So again, like I was saying, that's going to result to cannibalism. Right? Lack of supplies, lack of food. Because right now, it's good to say that victuals is so cheap right now. So you can buy food for cheap right now, right? Even if with the slight little inflation that we have, it's still people can still eat and still feed families right now. But the time's gonna come where it's gonna be super inflation, man. Super, especially if there's a lockdown. There's another lockdown. You can see how people are lining up outside certain shops.
That's the spirit.
Prices are gonna go up through the roof. Then you're gonna see people looting stores like crazy.
It's crazy how easy people forget, right? And again, because even right now, they're thinking themselves to be in good place. But they ain't taking their mind back to 4 years ago.
Yeah.
When these people you see out here proud as how they were in their house crying.
Yeah. You see?
What am I gonna do? They were the same people that were lining up around the corner to go and take that jump shot, man.
Yeah. You have certain idiots coming up on TikTok saying they want the lockdowns to happen because they got a small bit of peace, because during the lockdowns there wasn't so much commotion, like there was a bit of respite. But I'm like, do you know what you're praying for? You're talking about the third lockdown. This is gonna be a third lockdown. It's gonna continue. It's gonna be permanent lockdown. Meaning you're not gonna know things that before it was, right? But it says, "Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord."
That's the spirit of it. Took the words of my mouth.
You know. But what end shall it be for you? To what ends? To what ends, man? Like it's going into. So it says, "And in the straightness with that enemy shall distress thee in all thy gates." It's going into what them lockdowns, right? Then they're really going to put the pressure on you. And the tender and delicate woman among you, which will not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil towards her husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter, and even more so. Yeah. And we saw that in that movie, is it 8 Mile? Not 8 Mile. With Viggo Mortensen, The Road. That movie, The Road, man. Where in the beginning, he had his woman in it, and his son. And then his woman was losing it. She was like, listen, they gonna eat me, they gonna rape me, they gonna eat your son. And she lost it, and she just walked out into the abyss. Man, never to be seen. And so what does that show you? A lot of these women, you're gonna turn on your husbands. Because your husband don't have he lost his job, he can't feed the children, he can't provide your luxurious, your delicate lifestyle, right? And then you're gonna eat your children.
And they've already proved half of that already. And the streets ain't even, reach your doorstep yet.
Yeah.
You know. So how much more that they always say? How much more in that day?
That shows you that whole romance is bullshit. That was just drunken. That stuff you see in the media, these movies, these music videos, that's not reality, man. Women don't love you. Women love themselves, man. Once you stop providing their lifestyle, then they don't love you no more.
It's funny you say that, before you came up today, we were speaking about that. Yeah. As a man, unless you could provide something tangible, guess what? There's no use for you.
See?
You know? How much more in that day? Like I say, but what's going to be funny is that really, right now we can say that really it's going to be the other way. Because these women ain't going to have no choice but to cleave onto any man they can find in that way.
You see?
They're going to have to put away all that pride.
Wait.
They're going to have to put away all that pride, right, and just say, damn, now this is what I'm left with option J.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, all the way. Them options are no longer available, man. The woman that humbled herself in these times right now, she got. When they say that, innit? All the good men are taken.
Yeah. They gonna find a lot of good men.
Exactly.
All the good men ain't got time.
Yeah. He's not 6 foot. Man, you gonna be 6. G gonna be 6 foot, and he's gonna be like 5'1".
Chicken nugget.
Yeah. But it says a man shall be a hiding place from the wind in that day. Right. So let me get this. This is 2 Kings. We read this at camp yesterday. 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 24. And it came to pass after this that Benhadad, king of Syria, gathered all his host and went up and besieged Samaria. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, which is what? 80 pieces of silver. That's a lot of damn money, man. You spend this for a donkey's head. 80 pieces of silver.
Even now, even now. Because silver and gold, they going up right now.
Yeah.
Value of silver and gold's going up right now. So you're talking about 80 pieces of silver. You're coming with a few hundred pounds, man.
Yeah.
And maybe even $1,000.
God damn, man.
How much more in that day? But it said for what though?
It says until the ass's head was sold for 80 pieces. So I mean, that means food is so scarce that you had inflation. Inflation to Ross, man. You go to a supermarket and you're spending like just for some wings, man. You're probably spending something like 30-50 pounds just for some wings. That's what happened in famine. When food is scarce, everything goes up. The price goes up. So it says, which is what inflation. And it says, and the 4th part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver.
Some dove's dung, brother.
So imagine your man coming to you and saying, hey man, take piece of this.
Rock piece of shit.
Yeah, put a piece of that, man. Give me the brown pot.
We see you ain't gonna share that, guy.
You know what I mean? Other people's gonna be killing one another for picture shit.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? You're gonna be betraying your best man over some picture shit.
And if I can say it over as well, you got to remember that back then, people's mentality was stronger, man.
Yeah.
Right now, these people are weak as hell out here, man. Like I say, the lockdown proved that. People don't know what to do with themselves, man.
Oh yeah. So all the salons was closed, boy.
Yeah.
All them bitches getting no weaves. Elon wasn't making no money. Right? A lot of them so-called black ones just had to make do. You had to put on them scarves around them, you know?
Because a lot of these people, they haven't examined themselves. They haven't spent any alone time. Because, you know, especially over here in London, it's so busy. There's so much going on, right? And that's what people do. You know, when they don't want to learn about themselves, really, you know, take a journey inside themselves, they do things, especially women.
Yeah.
Because a woman, she'll be like, oh, so tired. But if you recognize it, a woman can't not do. Remember, her job is to serve. Her job is naturally to serve. So a woman, when she's the last thing a woman wants to do is sit down and relax. Majority of them, because why? Now you got to think.
Yeah.
And a lot of time you got to think about what wickedness you've done.
Yeah. You see.
Wickedness that people have done to you. That's why women are always doing.
Yeah.
You know, a man's favorite thing to do is what? Nothing.
You do nothing.
That's why women hate that, because they don't have that.
Yeah, because they call you bum. Oh, what you doing? You're not doing that. I'm doing a lot. I'm thinking.
Yeah, thinking. That's right.
Right? And sometimes man works so much that he's got to preserve his energy, man. He's got to nurture his whole mental energy. Right? That's a man's peace. Nothing. Nothingness.
And they envy that. They envy that because they don't have that.
Right? It's peace. A woman's peace is chaos. That's her peace. Yeah, that's madness, isn't it? That's complete madness. But there's about to experience a lot of peace. You're going to get so much chaos, you don't know what to do with yourself. And it's good to tell you that 7 women are going to take hold of one man. Hey man, they're going to take when a man takes hold of a woman, that's like you taking her by force. This says they hold of a woman, or a damsel. So you're basically is great. But now a woman, they're going to take hold of a man. So they're going to say, I'm going to follow you. I don't care what you say. I'm following you. The man, you're going to try to outrun her Or you might look up like what Denzel Washington did to that one woman in the cave. He looked in the cave and she somehow made her way out of the cave and started following him again, man.
She wasn't even vexed, like to the point where she said, forget him there. She's like, I gotta fight that guy.
You see? So that's how women, they're going to take hold of you.
And I remember because the elder apostles, the elder apostle always say, man, are you going to have to beat these women off with a bat?
Yeah.
Literally like, nah, man. You're going to slow me down. Like, because you're going to already have 3, 4 other women trying to follow you. Then another 4, that's just extra weight, man, you don't need to worry about. Now you got to worry about feeding other, dung to them as well.
I don't want to feed.
You can't have this dung too. Like, you can't.
But I don't want to. I don't want to share.
You ain't put no money into this, dog.
You ain't put it on this dove's dung.
Yeah. Imagine feeding. She's struggling to feed the soul. Then you got to feed some hope. You don't know what evil she's done. And she's hoping for mercy. Man, that's between you and the Lord, man. I'm trying to find my salvation. You think I'm going to share this pigeon shit with you? No, hell no. This is mine. This is my dinner. Go and find your own pigeon shit. But all the pigeons, they're going to be disappearing.
They're going to
The pigeon's gone. The pigeon's gone.
They're lawful too.
People are going to be hungry. But they're saying a lot of these wings that we're eating is actually pigeons.
I can believe that.
Imagine that. They're just saying a lot of these Edomites or these Arabs, a lot of the wings that we're eating, that's actually pigeon, man. That's pigeon.
Elon is Asian, like Pakistan.
Yeah, Elam, the East Indian type. Elam.
Yeah.
East Indian type.
So sometimes I'll be like, I remember I had one on wings, right, the other night, right? And the wing was so strong. It was like biting a donut.
You got to remember as well, the Bible says that we shall eat our food defiled among the Gentiles. Man. So
Yeah.
Anything you eat here ain't going to be
that.
It don't taste the same.
Ain't gonna be that. I don't think that's
a fact.
chicken.
You eat orange here, then you go to Spain or another country, eat an orange, it's not the same.
You see how these devils do it, but even the chicks don't taste the same. Like chicks didn't taste how it did like when back in my day. Now they're saying that in the kebab meat, it's human meat, horse meat mixed in and everything.
Actually believe that we've all tasted human meat at some point.
McDonald's is over with.
The food is different, the bread, the water. This is different, man.
Yeah, so what are we really thinking over here? Yeah. You know?
That's how we need the Lord to come back.
Wait, see, what's that in Ezekiel? Let me get that in Ezekiel. Let's get that. Ezekiel. We'll close out. We're going to close out anyway. Yeah, we're going to close out. This is Ezekiel chapter 4. Let me start from verse 10. And thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be by weight, 20 shekels a day. From time to time shalt thou eat it. Thou shalt drink also water by measure, the 6th part of an hin. From time to time shalt thou drink. Yeah, so we're going to drink and eat sparingly. So anything that we eat, we're going to ration out our food in a time of trouble and tribulation. You ain't going to eat all buffet, or you can eat, right, eat until your stomach get full up. You won't be just eating just to satisfy, to put something in you. A little bit of water, you got to ration out the water, right? And the scriptures tell you that you're going to have your neighbor, you're going to spare your neighbor, going to have no pity upon his neighbor for the lack of bread. Right? And thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of man in their sight. You see that? So, God damn, man, some people, you're going to be eating your feces in that day. Lord forbid, man, drinking pee, stuff like that. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. So there you go, you have it, man. Right? So there you go. Okay? So that's it right there. Right, so let's get this right here back in 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 26. And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help, my lord, O king. And he said, If Yahweh do not help thee, when shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor, or out of the winepress? And the king, so he said, But the Most High can't help you. What makes you feel I can help you, man? Right, so that these people, they're going to be seeking to their governmental figures, their politicians, but they're not going to be help you in that day. And the Lord, you call upon the name of the Lord, not going to help you either. Right? So it says, and the king said unto her, What aideth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son, and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, Give thy son, that we may eat him. And she have hid her son. You see? And it came to pass, when the king heard the words of the woman, that he rent his clothes, and he passed by upon the wall. And the people looked, and behold, he had sackcloth within upon his flesh. You see that? So you're going to have a lot of women eating their children. You know, they're thinking about the future, building families. But guess what? All that's going to come to a horrible end. Right? Because they wasn't discerning the time. Because a fool will not observe time. Do you understand? So, again, let me jump to verse 28, Deuteronomy 28, last precept, Deuteronomy 28, verse 57. Verse 56, and the tender, delicate woman among you should not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eyes shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, towards her son, towards her daughter, and towards her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and towards her children, which she shall bear. For she shall eat them for want of all things, secretly, in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. So there you go. There you go, you have it, man.
And this is why, you know, I started with the faith, I started with the household of faith. We need not fret, man, these days, because as long as we continue to put our trust in Yahweh, our shine, God's going to provide for us, man. Yeah. Right? So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 27. It says, Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful. Yeah, they're going to be eating their kids, they're going to be eating their own feces, right? And the older was going into, right? But thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
Right.
And all the heathen shall envy thee. Why? Because they're going to be eating shit cakes, and we're going to be eating fish cakes.
Right.
It says, But they shall be able to do nothing against thee.
Right.
Saith Anawah, My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell. Right? So we're going to be good, right? I don't want to right? In that day, we're going to be good.
Right.
You know, but the key is believing that.
Right.
But the Heavenly Father is going to continue to test you, going to continue to put trials and temptations in your way, man. To see what? To see if you're worthy enough to receive salvation. If you're worthy enough to be covered. It's a lot of
Hey, the scripture says the Most High is going to be the guide of them that keep my commandments. In that day, those the people, they're going to be in distress. Remember the Lord, the Most High is going to guide you maybe to a distribution plant where they distribute the food, because when all hell starts breaking loose, people are going to aim for these little corner stores. But really the place that you really want to go to is the distribution centers, man, where the food gets imported in and they start putting it into trucks, right? And the trucks take it to these corner stores. You know, so the Most High might take you to an underground cellar where they put food, stash food, you know. But anyway, with that, we're going to close up. So they say, Rock of the Yahweh, Rock of the Yahweh Shai, Rock of the Yahweh, Rock of the Yahweh Shai, Rock of the Yahweh, Rock of the Yahweh Shai, Rock of the Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem, Rakah Kodash, Guam Nashana, Guam Nashana, Guam Nashana, Guam Nashana, Yahweh Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Rakah.